me put my poll question in here. Is focus a struggle? Fitness journey. Is focus a struggle on your fitness journey? Okay. Ooh, yes. Gotta go no. Aunt Mosey, what's up? Godzilla, what's happening? What's up? How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Aunt Mosey, what time is it where you are, bro? I know the time is different. What time is it where you are, bro? What time is it in your time zone? Okay, we're gonna get this bone broth heated up. Yeah, Aunt Mosey, where you from? What time is it? What's the time zone? I think sometimes we be hitting you at a different time, man. You know, the internet worldwide, so sometimes you don't always know what time people's time zones are, you know? That's all right. All right, so we're gonna get this bone broth in here. We're gonna heat it up. And we're gonna sip it before we have breakfast. We got the bone broth going. Let's get these eggs going. We're gonna heat our pan up. Bone broth should be ready. All right. While that's warming up, we're gonna get some sourdough toast. Shout out to everybody, man. Top of the morning to you. Good morning, John Peter. How you doing today, bro? You doing all right? You're doing good, man. That's fantastic, man. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, yeah. All right, bone broth. Pan's getting hot for the eggs. We're going to do what it do. While that's getting warm, throw some of these in the air fryer. Right, pop these in real quick. We drop these eggs. I went to sleep when you were doing a live stream. Okay, that's all good, bro. I know it was late where you from, so it's all good. It's all good, my brother. Just seeing where the rest of the Grow Gang is, if anybody's up. What's up? Yeah, Range Rajneesh. I am enjoying the weekend, man. How you doing, bro? How you doing, man? How are you doing, my brother? Jonathan, what's up, man? My fork was good, man. Cooked some good food yesterday, man. How about you, bro? How was your fourth, man? Raj said he's doing great, man. I'm glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. Fourth was great. Ate a lot of foods that I don't usually eat. But that's all right. We jumped back on the wagon today, baby. Let's go. We back on the wagon, baby. Yesterday. Good, man. Just watching my nephew. That's what's up, bro. That sounds like fun, man. That sounds like fun, bro. It was loud over here last night too. We did a couple fireworks too, but mostly cooking, man. John Peter, 4th of July is Independence Day in America. So we got the eggs. I'm gonna put a cover over it so they come out perfect. Cringe Lord, no, we don't make it clap over here, bro. This is not a make it clap channel. Keep scrolling though. You might find one, bro. If you keep scrolling, you might find one, bro. But shout out to the trolls, man. Happy 4th of July to all the trolls. Even though it's the 5th, happy 4th. Cringe, you can stay here, but we don't do that. We don't do to make it clap, brother. But the eggs are coming out perfect though, man. Shout out to all those people, man. The eggs are coming out perfect. When you put that top, it traps the heat. With the butter on the bottom, the eggs come out perfect every time. Success. I agree with you. Let's go. Yeah, cringe. I don't really do no challenges like that, bro. I'm on the internet, but I'm not sold out for the internet yet. Or ever. Tell you what I am sold out for, though. You can only do 2 pull-ups. I think if you do some lat pull-downs, your pull-up game will get better. If you do some lat pull-downs, your pull-up game will get better, man. I think the eggs might need 2 more minutes with the cover on it. But as you can see, it's loose. It's ready to go. Netchie said, "Grow gang." What up, Netchie Sketcher? Doors, how you feeling? Cringe, you let yourself go? Well, Cringe, I think you can lock back in and get back focused. And before you know it, you'll be doing your pull-ups again, man. Lock in. Focus. Finish. Let's go. But Grow Gang, it's good to see y'all, man. How y'all feeling, man? It always feels warmer. It always feels warmer in the room when Grow Gang is here, man. You said you guessed, Cringe? Well, listen. You can do 2 things, bro. You could try, or you could just be down on yourself and don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think you could lock in if you really want to. C7, what's up, baby? How you feeling, bro? About to mess up the eggs. Talk about. Can't mess up the eggs, man. Can't mess up the eggs, man. Bed rotting is the way to go. Maybe for you, bro. But over here, we keep going and we keep growing, bro. That's why we here, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly why we here. We come here, we charge up, we motivate. Like Netchie said, you could try, you could cry. Either one. It's up to you. There's no force, but I'll say this. I encourage you to try. C7, everybody, how was your 4th of July, man? How was y'all 4th, man? Listen, I was eating crazy. Let me give y'all a few snapshots of what I was eating yesterday. We back on the horse today, y'all. Let me show y'all what I was eating yesterday, man. Look at this right here, bro. Look at the oxtail right there, y'all. Y'all see the oxtail right there? Look at the oxtail right there. Y'all see that? That was yesterday's, man. Let me show y'all the food. Look at the beef rib on smash. Look at the beef rib, y'all. Do you see the beef rib? Y'all see that? Yeah, you gotta burn the calories. So do I, bro. C7, I gotta burn the calories too. That's the oxtail. Look at the beef rib layout right here. I can't show y'all too much, but look at the beef ribs laid out. See the beef ribs laid out? And we did this too. Don't tell nobody, but we did that too. You know what I mean? We did that, right? We did that, okay. We did that. We did a lot of this stuff here. You know what I mean? You know? Yeah, those are smoke, bro. Smoke to perfection. But check it out. We back on it this morning. That's the thing about focus, right? You could get distracted, but you gotta jump back on it, man. That's all. We back on the program. You can enjoy the food you like if you know how to jump back on the horse, baby. And that's what we did, man. We back on the horse right now. We back on the toast. We back on our smoothie game. Uh, you know, made sure we stay hydrated. It's Saturday, had a fun holiday, but it's back to the grind. That's right. That's right. Let me see the poll question about the focus. Let me see. So it seems like most people struggle to focus. If you have body fat, actually not eating is a good way. If you have body fat, not eating is a good way to burn fat. Yes, but is it sustainable? That's the question. Cringe. Is it sustainable? That's the question. I think when we do those diets, I think we look for quick results, and I think we don't stick to it because it's too hard to stick to. It's too strenuous. You know what I'm saying? But if you eat a balanced diet, what about eating a balanced diet and exercising? What about that? A balanced diet plus exercise. Oh, it's a question. Okay. Uh, I think you can do that, but I don't think it's long term sustainable. I've never met a person that was highly restricted that followed the diet for long term. And I think the whole point of fat loss is long term, right? The whole point of fat loss is long term fat loss. So we real simple: low sodium bacon, 3 eggs, sourdough toast, and a smoothie, man. Moderate carbs. It's not like no carbs. What is your thought on fasting? I think fasting doors can be used for spiritual purposes. I think fasting can be used for resetting your digestive system. I think fasting could be good for fat loss, right? But I will say this: I don't think fasting is the only way to lose weight like most people think. I think anytime you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. But I think it's good for those three things. Hopefully, I answered your question. I think it's good to do it one time only. You could do it cringe, but I notice some people will do it, and then when they stop doing it, they'll gain all the weight back. So then it's like, was that the point? I doubt that was the point, right? People that want to lose weight and keep going. I think the best thing is to diet is everything with weight loss. That's correct. This is what I will say though. You can be flexible on your diet if you're exercising. You know what I'm saying? You can jump on something like 85 to 90% clean, and you can get away with uh 10 to 15% not so clean, right? And then you can also mix in different foods here and there, right? But if you exercise, what a lot of people don't understand about muscle building, right? If you build muscle tissue, your muscle tissue is going to burn more calories than your fat tissue. So if you build muscle tissue, you'll be burning calories around the clock, yo. I was telling my client one day this week. I was telling them that your weight loss journey um, is going to be easier if we build muscle tissue. Let me tell you guys a cool thing that I told my client about muscle tissue. People who prefer yoga over gym, they always choose fasting most of the cases. That makes sense. They're probably doing it for spiritual reasons as well. This is the one thing I will say about muscle tissue. When you're in the gym, you're burning calories while you're lifting, right? When you're out of the gym and you're sore, when your body's sore from lifting weights, your body needs calories to burn to repair the muscle tissue. So you're burning calories while you're at the gym, you're burning calories while you're recovering. And then if you build the muscle tissue, you're going to burn calories to maintain the muscle. So it's three forms of burning calories around the clock. Okay, cringe, you have a good night, bro. You have a good night, man. A real muscle. Oh, Abigail, sorry to hear that. I thought you got out of the hospital. Or maybe that wasn't you. But I hope you're doing well, though. You know what I'm saying? So build muscle. Nobody says you have to build like bodybuilder muscle, right? But muscle tissue is helpful for glucose metabolism. It's helpful for burning calories. I mean, it's just a good thing. And it looks good. That's another thing. Can't forget that part. Usually you feel better if you look better, you know? Sometimes, not all the time. Not all, but sometimes. Build the muscle tissue, feel good. But people always have obesity problem. It's very hard for them to follow fasting. Fasting can be hard for a lot of people. Um, you know, I would, to be honest, Kunal, I wouldn't tell them to start with fasting. Fasting is not for building muscle. That's the reason why I don't think fasting is for everyone. I think you should do it from time to time, but um, I don't think it's an everyday thing for most people. I say stay balanced. I say stay focused, right? I say if you do it the balanced way, if you do it the whole way, you have more of a chance of sustaining it than just doing it, to get into the to your favorite swimsuit. You know what I mean? But that's just me though. What do I know? Can you lose weight by drinking lemon water? Lemon water itself is not going to make you lose weight. Calorie deficit. I think people are looking for like the magic potion, and I think the science is clear that if you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. Calorie deficit just means consuming less than your body needs to maintain your current weight. But let's do the smoothie take or the smoothie test. Oh, yeah. Consistency. The main component of weight loss is consistency. Everybody's got a magic way, but I think the science is evident. Oh, right, let me go. Weight loss takes time. It does take time. I think that's the hard part for most people. They want it now when they don't realize that they didn't gain weight in 2 months. They gained weight a long it took a while for most people to gain weight. Do you have Insta doors? I do have Insta. Okay, C7, have a safe drive, bro. Listen, C7, don't tell me that my Streams are too short, bro, because you got to go now. I'm just playing, man. Have a good day, bro. Yeah, let us pray, bro, together. Let's do it, Doris. I'm ready. Let's do it. Amen. Amen, bro. So look, we just balanced. We back on it, right? Don't worry. We got them leftovers in there. Oxtail always tastes better the next day. Amen, bro. But truth be told, it's really about focus. You guys check the poll out. If you guys could check the poll out, it says that 91% of people that have come in here today struggle with focus. Mini Gaming, what's up, man? How you doing? Focus is the issue. It's not even anything else. It's locking in on your program. You know what I'm saying? Do you see that, Nechi? 91%. That's a lot of percent. Doors. I go between Doors and Kunal. My bad. Do I remember you? Mini Gaming, I do remember you. How have you been? How's your family? It's majority, right? So I think because it's majority, people don't think it's a problem because it's a majority. But I think that if we talk about focus for just a second, Mini Gaming, I'm glad you're doing well. I think the enemy of focus, right? Mini Gaming, I feel blessed, man. I feel like I've been doing well, taking it a day at a time. Thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. So when we talk about focus, right? The enemy of focus is distraction. The enemy of focus is distraction, right? So when you're on your weight loss goals, your muscle building goals, right? Locking in on the goal itself is difficult. It's difficult to just lock in on the goal itself because if we don't work to mitigate, I'm not saying you're going to get it overnight, right? But if we don't work to mitigate the distractions, what happens is we build the distractions into our psyche. And now the distraction is not just a distraction, it's a part of our everyday life. So you say, oh my goodness, how do I do that, whole man? I'm glad you asked. What we do is we work on, before we even start to fully pursue our goal, we start to work on eliminating certain distractions. Fitness and bodybuilding are different things, right? Doors, they can cross, they can cross sector, but I think some forms of bodybuilding is no longer fitness. I think it's just extreme and it may not be healthy for you. But fitness and bodybuilding is very similar. They can be the same, and there's some slight differences. I think the better question is wellness and bodybuilding the same thing? You know what? I tell you something. Since 1 month, I'm so distracted in that stuff, content. But after 1 month, exercise. There you go, Mini Gaming. You see that? You see that? When you settle down the distractions, little by little, what you're doing is you're building healthy habits, and you can take healthy habits with you anywhere, right? Healthy habits. I'm glad I answered that, Kunal. So it's always good to see you here, Kunal. You always bring something to what we do here. Um, And so do a lot of you guys. Like the sketcher. But when you build those healthy habits, right, in your mind, I think if you can get your mind right, your body will follow. So that's why most of the fitness game is mental. It's mostly mental, right? But once you find out your why am I doing this? Why do I want to be in shape? And you start giving yourself reasons as to why you want to be in shape. You start giving yourself reasons as to why you want to focus or why you need to focus. It sounds elementary, right? But if it was easy, right, 91% of the poll voters wouldn't have picked that it's hard for them. You feel me? Mini gaming, I'm glad it's helping you. If I come on here and I help one person, I did my job. So I'm glad it's helping you. Keep going, keep growing. Right? If it was easy, 91% of the people wouldn't be saying that focus is hard, right? So we lock in and we start to be honest with ourselves with love, though. We don't want to be critical of ourselves. We want to love each other, love ourselves, right? But what we do is we start to be honest about the things in our life that's not serving us. All right. Any questions? Let me open up the floor for any focus questions, fitness questions. It don't matter. If you have any, listen, you're gonna go to other channels that are busy, and they're not gonna answer your fitness questions. But I got you. Let me take a break to enjoy the smoothie, man. Mm-hmm. All right, there we go. All right, let me see. Brother, people who work on the field all day, is carb necessary for them? Yes, Doors. In fact, I would argue that anyone that's doing physical activity need carbohydrates. Carbs are demonized, right? But just like anything else, if you overdo anything, it's not good for you. Even exercise, even water. So yes, carbs are necessary. But because you work in the field, you don't want to be eating cookies, cakes, and donuts as your carb source. You don't want to be eating cookies, cakes, and donuts as your carb source. Mini gaming, when I do physical activity, I get dizzy. Are you eating enough and are you hydrated? Mini gaming, that's what I would say. Are you eating enough to do your physical activity? Do you have the right amount of nutrition? Or are you dehydrated? You know, are you hungry? Maybe sometimes you're eating on an empty stomach. It could be those variables. Are you low on salt or electrolytes? Just a few questions to ponder on, you know? I used to get dizzy too sometimes when I would exercise. And I realized that if you're going to exercise, your body needs fuel. There's your problem right there, mini gaming. That's your culprit right there. Probably low on salt, mini gaming. There you go, Sketcher. Mini Gaming says if I eat less, my fat decreases fast. Well, you know what else was decreasing? Your brain. So that's why you're lightheaded. So you can do it fast, but you can also hurt yourself along the way. Slow and steady wins the race. Let's go. Slow and steady wins the race, man. Everybody knows the story of the tortoise and the hare. Slow and steady wins the race. Cringe, I thought you was going to sleep, bro. You back? That boy said, yo, I had to come back and let Miss next. Like, what? And I only get 5 hours. Yeah, mini gamer, you need more sleep, bro. That's definitely going to make you lightheaded right there. Oh, you had to come back and tell her? Okay. Okay, cringe. I'm glad you didn't ask her to do what you asked me to do. No rest, bro. You're right about that, Jonathan. Nowadays, so-called influencers say don't take carbs to every person. They train without knowing what kind of work they do outside the gym. Yeah, doors. They're gonna tell you all kind of stuff. You know what I realized too? Doors. I think you can take in less carbs if you're on steroids. I'm not sure if that's a fact, but it's something that I always thought, right? If you have the steroids to give you the push, the recovery, and all that kind of stuff, I think that you can. I think you can eat less carbs if you're on steroids. That's why they don't tell you. They say, "Oh, I'm only eating this amount of food. I'm only eating this." Yeah, I think they're getting the power and the recovery, whereas us people that are natural, that are not taking steroids, I think that we need our nutrition, bro. Like we don't have that recovery that the steroid users have. Cringe say, "Don't bring it up." All right, we won't, bro. We won't cringe, bro. We won't cringe. But I need to study, so I think 6 hours is enough. I'm a medical student. Mini gaming, yes, it's definitely a tough balance, right? But your number one supplement, no matter what supplements you take, your number one supplement is always going to be sleep, mini gaming. It's always going to be sleep. Your number one supplement is going to be sleep. Sleep is number one. Friends, you're gonna make Nechi go back to. You're gonna make Nechi go back to an avatar um, profile picture. You good, bro? We're not saying you're doing anything wrong. We're just making a joke. We joke here. You can't take jokes. I don't know why. I don't know why the people that troll, when you hit them back with a troll, they start to like malfunction. I don't understand why. I don't get it, you guys. Can you help me out? Why, when people come in and troll, when you hit them back with a troll, they run and hide? I don't get it. I'm not sure I fully understand it, guys. Bully mentality. True. You're right about that, Jonathan. Yeah. Cool now laughing too. That's sketchy for you right there. Mini gaming. Do that for a few weeks and you're gonna be happy you did, bro. This is why I do the smoothie, right? I used to do coffee. A lot of people ask me, why do you do smoothie? Why don't you drink coffee, right? Coffee is a diuretic. Diuretics for me make me pee a lot. And if I'm peeing a lot, I'm also peeing out my electrolytes, etc., etc. So the smoothie, and I add beet powder to it, it gives me hydration. In the morning, you've been asleep for 6 to 8 hours. So when you wake up, you need something that's going to hydrate you. Some salt, some fuel, some electrolytes, healthy sugars. I do the smoothie instead of the juice because the smoothie has fiber. The juice has no fiber. Now I take 8 hours of sleep, and it's good. I love coffee. Most people do. If I had a coffee channel, I think everybody and their mama would be in here. I stopped coffee and smoke. Wow, Netchie, how you doing? You doing okay over there? Are you growing a third eye? People stop smoking and coffee all at once. Oh my goodness. Doors says he stopped coffee and started smoking recently. Okay, Doors, go back to the coffee. Easy fix, Doors. Go back to the coffee, brother. Hey, if you had to pick an alternative, I think the coffee was better for you, brother. I used to smoke socially back in the day, but I quit. Once I one day I went to the basketball court and I was playing ball and I was running up the court and my lungs were burning. I'm like, bro, what is this? So I'm running and I've always been a hooper. I'm like, nah, the lung burning joint, not for me. I got rid of it. Yeah, Doors. If you put down the coffee mug and picked up a cigarette, I'm gonna go tell you to go get that coffee this morning, bro. ASAP. I dehydrated my yeah, naturally. All of those things are dehydrating. You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Sometimes people confuse hunger for dehydration. It used to be me. You know what I'm saying? Mini Gaming says walk in the morning. I think any of those options other than smoking is better. Any of those options you choose, you're gonna be better. So next year, you're doing okay with the challenge? You sound like you're doing all right. Your lungs already feel so much better. Isn't that amazing? All from a challenge. Listen, imagine challenging somebody to be the best version of themselves. Imagine challenging someone to be the best version of themselves. Imagine that. I love it here. It'll do that. It'll do that. Because you know what? Most of the time, we're just distracting ourselves every day with different things. We fill up our day with different distractions, and whichever distraction is the most distracting, that's what we ride with. I get it. Mental health is a very trivial, a very trivial thing. Every time I say the word distraction, a viewer drops off. It's almost like you pull their shirt up or something. But it's only for them. Or you're vegan. I may have to get you a vegan protein shake, Mini Gaming, to help you supplement to get enough protein in. That's what I would say. There you go, Nechi. Or maybe also supplement with the vegan protein shake. I like the protein shake called Vega. It's pretty solid. Just get a bag of frozen mixed berries, almond milk. Oh yeah, you don't you don't do collagen. So frozen berries, almond milk, and beet powder. Beet powder. This is mixed berry beet powder. And you got you a smoothie, man. Nechi already started making the smoothies. A few years back, have no addiction to smoke, drinking, but after quit from service, I don't know why I'm facing trouble. Doors, because you used to have service to focus on, and now you need a new focus. Everybody has a vice, right? And when you don't replace the vice with something, you pick up another one. It's sad, but it's real. So you have to get another thing to focus on. Because if not, the smoking is the next thing, bro. It's the next vice for now. You know what I mean? Okay, berries, almond milk, beet powder, not wheat, beet. Beet powder, beet powder. I'll show you the one I use right now. Free game, y'all. Free game, free game, free game. Right here. This right here makes it really nice. Really nice. DJM, what's up? Nechi, I agree with you. I agree. I'm feeling very low after recovery. You're thinking about joining. Maybe that's what gave you purpose, Doors. Maybe the service gave you purpose. You know, if you don't feel like you have purpose, sometimes you pick, a lesser thing to do because you don't know where to feel, how to feel, et cetera, et cetera. Nechi's 100% right. If you don't have a why, you're gonna pick up on things that are not you. That's why if you saw the short I did the other day, it said, "What is your why? What is your why?" I'm not doing what I'm doing right now. Yeah, that's hard, man. It's tough. It's tough. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're going to find all the distractions in the world that may not be healthy for you. But that's why I tell the people, listen, when you find out what your why is and start working on that. Doors, do you have Discord, Doors? I wonder if Doors has Discord, because if Doors doesn't have Discord, he may be able to find a benefit from the support that we do for each other in Discord. Okay. Well, consider coming through. I mean, it's free. My why is just to make myself better. Hey, that's a hell of a why. I like it. Um, yeah, we just support each other in Discord. The support is free. I only tell people about it. I thought it was weird too, like talking to all these people that I don't know, and it's still kind of weird, right? But I do it for the people. I do it because it's what people need, and I want to be. My why is helping others. Can't help everybody, but I try to help the best way I can. You know what I'm saying? But that's another way when people want to connect. That's another way to connect with the Grow Gang, man. That way, when we're not on live, you're still able to connect. But I know live talking is definitely more of a connection piece, so I get it. But it's just for the in between. Everyone is weirded out at first, but then learn to socialize. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, Nechi. Before going live and stuff like that, I was a very non. I wasn't very like you know into talking to a whole bunch of strangers like that. Socially cool, but like to really have a conversation with somebody I don't know. To that extent, I was like, maybe not, But I learned to realize that it's not about me. It's about what God has called me to do with others. So that's what I do now. I focus on the good of it. We're gonna add a little bit of glutamine to the protein. That way we have a little snack later. Don't wait till you get hungry to prepare for your next meal, y'all. Prepare for it while you're full, and then you won't want cookies, cakes, and donuts. So I'm gonna take my multivitamins. Thank God, because you funny, bro. I do have a sense of humor. This is a little snack I'll have around noonish. I'm gonna take my vitamins. Got a multi. Got some vitamin D. Get me a cup of water. The way he pops in to judge us. Oh, you talking about C7? You talking about C7? for me. Oh, y'all need that judgment, man. Y'all need sound thought. You guys need undistracted information. Or you can have people like you can have people like Cringe. He came in and was like, "Hey, can you make it clap for us? You want that kind of stuff?" Boy came in talking about, "Can you make it clap?" I'm like, nah, we don't do that over here, bro. That's the channel. That's the channel up the street, down the street, not the one over here. Yeah, that's what he said. I was like, yo. So you guys could take your pick. yeah. He said that's what I'm saying, bro. Boy came in. Hey, you take it easy, Mini Gaming. Shout out to you for stopping by, man. So listen, family, I gotta get out of here and do some work, man. I appreciate y'all stopping by. I'll see some of y'all family on Discord. Nechi, I'm gonna keep being on your head. You know what I'm saying? Whatever makes you better, that's what we're going to do. But listen, I appreciate y'all. I see y'all on the next stream. I see you in Discord. Much love to you. Don't forget, keep going and keep growing. I see y'all on the next one, man. Love y'all. Peace.